Just wanted to do a quick update. I've been working on the Bronco this week, among some other things, trying to track down why the taillights aren't working. Or not taillights, the brake lights. As you can see, I have the lenses off, had to replace some bulbs, thinking maybe that was it. Was not. Been tracing back the fuse panel, and it's a mess. Ended up tracing it back, and then the wiring for the brake lights runs up through the turn signals and hazard switch. I have replaced this turn signal cam at one point. I can't remember if before that they were working. I think they were. I thought they were working after that too, but after I replaced this turn signal cam, my hazard lights no longer worked in the rear. Turn signal still worked in the rear though. Didn't think anything of it. Like I said, my wife pointed out that the brake lights weren't working one day when we were driving into town. So tracing it back, I know I'm getting power to this switch. I, as you can see, had a brick on the brake switch. Then I eventually, where's it at? Well, wherever it is, I bypassed the brake light switch from the pedal to make sure the brake lights were always on, guaranteed. And noticed that when I put my right turn signal on, the left brake light actually came on if that brake light switch was pressed. But if I cut the left one on, the right one did not come on. So I'm thinking that this turn signal switch assembly, hazard switch assembly, clock spring assembly, whatever you want to call it, I think that this might actually have an issue built into it. I mean, I noticed that you can see this one has a bit of a issue going on with it. So unfortunately, I need to work on taking this piece off. It's kind of been a bear so far. Got to work on that. Thankfully, the part's not too bad. I think it's $30, $40. But in the meantime, that's my next step on trying to figure out why the brake lights do not work on this. Still no update on the El Camino. The Suburban, got all the interior back together on it. It is going to be hopefully getting the vent window replaced here soon. That is the last thing that really needs to be done on that, and the front bumper needs to be put on. It's still, I don't know if you can see it, sitting right there behind the El Camino. In the meantime, this week, I've been trying to get closer to getting ready to have the shop built. Kind of outlined it a little bit better. Had to dig up this septic tank because it's going to actually had to be pumped out, and they're actually going to pull it out of the ground so that I can build over that spot. So that's one corner. This is 12 feet over. This will be the edge of my loft. There'll be a door right in here coming into my work area. This will have a loft over it, free clear span for 18 feet. This corner will be the corner of, we have a little home gym area. I'll have a door here, have another door up there. But this will be my workshop, workspace, where my toolbox, my workbenches are. You can see 3 bays, 10-foot doors, stepping in holes over here. Only doing 2 feet in between. Figure it might be tight with 3 vehicles in here, but I can always pull a vehicle out to give myself some more space to work around. This is going to be a bay that'll probably get some deeper footers put in for a lift at some point in the future. I've kind of mapped it all out, and most vehicles that pull in here, I'll actually have room to have a car laid a long ways here in the back to work on actually 4 cars at once, as long as, I think this one, as long as it's not like that Suburban or, we want to get a crew cab dually at some point. As long as that vehicle's not here, we'll have room to, work around it. As long as we move this car side to side or whatever we have, if we ever have a need to have 4 cars in here. But let's have 14-foot walls. The loft is going to be at 8 foot, so that there's 6 foot at the eaves. We're going to have a little attic access to get up to the loft until we decide if we need stairs or not. Hoping we won't. Be nice to not have to eat up space along the back wall with some stairs. I know my wife's ready to store some of her stuff up there. She likes Christmas and Halloween decorations, and we've kind of held off getting anything because we ran out of space to put it in our house. But we're gonna have some power coming in that back corner. Power company's gonna bury the line for it once the building's up. Not gonna have too many windows in here, just trying to keep from losing too much temperature. Work out of a small window unit in each of the corners over here. Maybe one, and there's gonna be a high window over there. Gonna do 8 of those 8-foot LED lights everyone seems to be using on YouTube. They seem to be good, seem to be a good price. So figure that's where I'm gonna start. So the Suburban is just about finished. Just gotta finish up that other window. With all that heat shielding in here, I mean, it's warm considering it's 90 degrees out, but it's not unbearable. I think it's hotter when I get in my Sonata to go to work than how hot it is in here. Still need to clean up this carpet a little bit. I cleaned it a little bit before I took it inside, but I never power washed it, or not power washed, but power scrubbed it with the drill attachment or anything like that. So definitely need to work on that. I found this was not attached the other day, so it's another thing I need to work on, getting a bolt or screw for that. Still have to put the 3rd row seat in it. I got that sitting inside. Just small things at this point. And then, like I said, that window needs to be replaced. But it's all coming along. Hopefully we'll have the septic tank pulled out at the beginning of next week. I'm gonna try to figure out if I can figure out how to do some time-lapse videos of that and of the building going up. But shouldn't be too much longer now. Until next time.